Hello everybody, and I'm again here with you, and thank you very much for coming again. I'm happy that I can do the second video today, and we will speak about who need the governing body and Jehovah's Witnesses organization. So as for a couple of years, I don't know exactly how many time was that before. It was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and one time I preached to a lady, and this lady was a Jewish lady, yeah? And she was a very respectful lady, and she respected what I do, and she listened to me very intently, exactly, and she said to me, not only that she respected me when I preach, but also she explained me that she respects what I do. But let me to say you something. This organization, what you have, your organization, is made for people that are not able to think for himself. And even if I don't feel that way, because I don't feel that, because at that moment I don't feel that, because for me governing body was not governors that today I understand how this governing body work. For me it was just normal brothers for me. But when I discovered that this man take himself more important than God, I changed the idea. I changed my position, because for these years and years, this idea remained in my head. And when I discovered this pedophilia, this hedge funds in the military weapons, and hedge funds in the pornography, and I realized that this lady was right. And today I realize that it's true that these people who are not able to think for himself are in need of this organization. They are in need of this governing body. They are in need of this organization because they are not able to think for himself. And let us just take back this 5 scripture what we see for a couple of minutes. The 2 Corinthians 13 verse 5, verse 8, where we read, examine yourself constantly. This is a scripture that it is a very, very important scripture, because it says examine yourself if you are in the faith. And we see that Jehovah's Witnesses in reality are these people that are not able to examine themselves. So they are not able, they have not the ability to examine themselves. So they need another person to examine themselves, okay? In other ways, they reject their life in these hands of these governing body members, yeah? And they are not able to examine themselves, because the scripture is clear about examine yourself if you are in the faith. And when you realize that you are not in the faith, what Jehovah's Witnesses do? They shut up, they don't speak. I know that a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses know that they are in false way, but they don't want to lose their family. So this is other things. But this organization, the majority of persons, they are not able to check himself if they are on the faith. They walk so, and every day they go on and they do the same things. They don't examine themselves. Why? Because if somebody examine and see that they are wrong, they must act. They must act and react to not letting such misleading ideas, such falsehood dominate their life. And again, we come back to Luke 10 verse 7, when we read, do not go from house to house. The scripture is clear. And they say clear that Jesus say, do not go from house to house. Okay? But these people are not able to realize it. They are not able to see that. They don't see that. They don't hear that. The scriptures are clear. Black and white. Do not go from house to house. Okay? The scripture, you read the whole chapter. He speak about the disciples that go to preach from the city, and after say, do not go from house to house. But Jehovah's Witness doesn't understand that. How you can? I speak often with Jehovah's Witness. I speak them and say, watch, do not go from house to house. Why you go? Yeah, because no, this is not true. So this person, as you see here, the scripture are clear. This is not misunderstanding, but they don't understand. They are this kind of person who needs somebody else to decide for them. But never governing body will respond for each one. No one will respond, governing body. For no one will respond. For no one will take decision. For no one will defend. When the moment arrives, each one should give response for himself. Or Matthew 10:10. Don't take the bag for the road. Okay? What understand the Jehovah's Witness? Doesn't understand. The scripture is very clear to not take bag for the road. Jehovah's Witness do that. Take the bag for the road and walk with the bag for the road. So they misinterpret the scripture because the governing body say that. So he will never able. So also here he needs somebody else to say that. Okay, the scripture say no bag for the road, but you can take it. Oh, you are not on the road, you are on the street. Or whatever. Okay, you don't go in the travel, yeah, but you take the bag for the road. So this is the contrary what the faith, how faith works. Because walking without bags shows that I allow God to care for me. Okay? And this is the importance here. And now my favorite, that don't print books, don't make many books, there is no end. And much study is weariness of the flesh. Ecclesiastes 12:12. Also here, these persons don't understand what is written here. So they need a governing body who say contrary, because they say don't make many books, no, that is no end, and much study is weariness of the flesh, and say no, you must study, because this is the spiritual food. And all these books and without end, all these books and magazines are the spiritual food. So again, contrary what the scriptures say. And we see how today Jehovah's Witnesses are weary, they are tired. So many persons are empty. Okay? Or 1 Corinthians 12:29. Not all are prophets, not all are apostles, not all are doctors, not all are ministers. So not everybody go in the ministry. But these persons doesn't understand it. So they need the governing body. They need the Jehovah's Witness organization. They need the elders. They say, oh, well, yeah, because it's so. This is okay. Okay. So they are not able to use their discernment to say, okay, but why we go all on the street? Why we go all teaching? Why we go every Jehovah's Witness should have a Bible study? Okay? Why we need that? The scriptures say clearly. And again, James 3:1. Do not be all teachers. Do not be many that are called teacher. Okay? So that only the ability, only the person they are able to teach. I see so many Jehovah's Witnesses was unable to teach. They teach in a way that catastrophic way. People, they never go on the school, never go on school to learn how to teach people, but they teach from the book what the Jehovah's Witness print. Yeah, and this was for them. This was right, but scripturally we see that is wrong. Yeah, and I want just to explain that this scripture is wrong. So when you see that James 3:1 shows that to not be teachers, not all to be teachers, and Jehovah's Witness organization send everybody on the street, children, babies, everybody, and we see that this is a false organization. Okay. Now what happens in this organization, we see clearly that which kind of person need governing body. This person who are not able to think for himself. They need a governing body who think for them, yeah, who watch everything for them, and this kind of person develop a dead discernment. They have no discernment. Jehovah's Witnesses have no discernment because they have no right to decide for himself. And this is the true face of this organization, because the governing body work very strong on them and they are not allowed to contest the scripture. So the people are brainwashed in so form that they are not more able to think for themselves. And this is the true face of this organization. And these are the kind of person that need this governing body, and these people, because normally a true person, a true Christian, yeah, they are awakened. I know that there are some Jehovah's Witnesses, they are awakened, and they know that this all things is wrong, and they say nothing because they don't want to lose their families. But a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, a majority of them, they are brainwashed, deadly brainwashed, yeah. And when I say deadly brainwashed, they are really deadly brainwashed, yeah. So, and this is the true face of Jehovah's Witnesses, and these are the kind of people that need governing body and Jehovah's Witness organization. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.